Hi, welcome to online lecture series on microcontroller and embedded system. I am Dr. Singaravelan and today topic is on Arduino programming for IR wireless remote control. The course code is 19EEE44 and module is 5. In our day-to-day life, we are using IR remote control for different applications such as television, music system, video game, car, etc. We are using the remote control to make more comfortable while using the appliances. This infrared technology is widely used because of its low cost and easy to design for many applications. In this video, we are going to see how to program the Arduino for IR sensors. The basic module for the IR remote control is IR receiver and transmitter. So the IR receiver, otherwise called as IR sensor. So I am taking one IR sensor and one more IR transmitter. Here the transmitter is designed by remote control, so IR remote I am taking. So the infrared which is generated from this remote will be received from this receiver and that signal will be transmitted to the Arduino. So this remote control will be energized with the battery inside, so we don't want to connect anything in the remote control because it is wireless. So only thing is we need to give the power supply for this receiver. I'm going to connect this ground to the Arduino ground and power supply from Arduino. Next, input to the Arduino or output from the sensor. So I want to program this sensor using a digital pin. So I'll choose it later. First we will see what are the basic program for this IR programming, right? So the basic programs are, first thing is we need to install the library. So IR remote library which is available in the Arduino website. First we need to install that library because the signal which is generated from the sensor is a pulse we are getting for different inputs. For example, if you are giving 0 button, 1, 2, 3, so those will generate different pulse patterns which will be transmitted and received from the sensor and it will be given to the microcontroller. So this IR remote H library will it is already programmed for that. So just by installing that and call that library by # include in this. So this is the first step we need to do if you are going to use the IR remote. So this is the library first we need to receive. Then which pin I am going to give as give the signal. So here I have decided to give the PIR sensor signal in pin number 10. So this also we need to tell. So connect this pin to pin number 10 of my Arduino. So now whenever I am pressing this remote button, that particular pulse width will go to transmitted through infrared signal, and this infrared receiver will receive that and will be transmitted that signal into the pin number 10. Now my library, IR remote library, will process that. So to process that, what should the setup file we need to give? Before going to setup file, we need to store our results. So after processing the signals, we will get a result. So where to store the result is here. So this decode underscore results we should not change. It should default for all. And where you want to store the result, you can type any name. Here you can give any name, your wish. So I have given results here. So all the processed value of this library data will stored in result. Then next step I want to do is I called a serial. Why I have called the serial I will tell later. This I have already covered. So here the new point is line number 10. In this line number 10, IR receive dot enable capital letter I or I and small letter n. So this we need to give in the void setup. Until otherwise we will not be enabled the IR. So first we need to enable. How we are enabling the serial port? to assess that. So same like that, if you want to assess this library IR remote, then we need to enable this. And I want to send some useful information in pin number 13, that will be the output. So I have connected, I have declared my pin number 13 is output. I'll come later why I have decided that. Next, in void loop, so here only continuous process will do, right? So the void loop, inside the void loop, what I am checking, if IR receive dot decode, so after the decoding, if this result has some if it is having some result, then this remaining part should enable, otherwise it should, until otherwise if you are not getting any signal, this process should not happen. So first thing is, if it is having any result I want to check. So first thing is I'm checking whether these results have some value, because all the encoded value, sorry, decoded value will be stored in the result. So I'm always looking for the result, what is happening in the result. If I got some value in the result, then I'm trying to paste or display that result values, results as a value in hexadecimal. What is that? First I am checking whether the result have something. Yes, if it is having something, then that value should be sent in serial port to just see what is the value I am receiving, and that value again should be hexadecimal. So that is why I am marking it as HEX. I'll come later the pin number 17 and 18 and 19. So these three pin I will come later why I have written. First you understand, the first thing is we need to set the pin number, and we need to call the library. Next we need to store the result, and we need to enable the IR. So these are all the important point if you are using the IR button. And here I am trying to display the values which I am getting from the what IR sensor. I want to display it. And next, after displaying, again I need to resume the result. I want to again resume the value. We should not end it end in only one cycle. So I am resuming it. So it is also starting again, and just a small delay of 10 millisecond I am giving. So first aim is if I am omitting pin number 17, 18, 19, it will just transmit the IR value. Okay, let me check what is happening for each and every button, because I want to check what value I am receiving for each and every button. Then only I can able to process the data, right? So because of that, I am first note down all the HEX value for different pins or different buttons which is available in the remote. So just start the simulation, and I am trying to press 0. So for 0 I am getting the value FD30C7, and you can see in the serial monitor, and for 1 it is FD088F7. So like that, for every buttons I will get individual HEX value. What will happen with this value? After getting this value, I will note down, okay, for button 1 this is the value, for button 2 this is the value. So for all respective values I will note down. Then I will write a meaningful value here, the line number 17. If results dot value is equal to this value, okay, so what is this? This is 0. If I press 0, what I am getting? FD30CF. So for this 0 button I have written some code. What? If I am pressing 0 button, then digital write 13 high means I want to make the pin number 13 as high. We all know that the pin number 13 is inbuilt connected with this small LED. So I am going to just zoom it. With this small LED, it is already inbuilt connected with this pin number 13. So if I give high, then this LED will glow, otherwise it will not glow. Else digital write pin number 13 is low. So it will always look whether I am pressing the remote at the remote I am pressing the 0 or not. It will always look, and if I press the 0 button, then this LED will glow, otherwise it will not glow. This is a small program I have given. So okay, I'm trying to press 1, so LED is gone because last time I pressed 0. So if I press 1, LED is gone. If I press 0, then LED is on. So by this way I can able to confirm that the remote control is working wirelessly and my Arduino is perfectly working with this remote. So by this way we can able to control n number of applications by using this digital out or analog out, digital input and analog input. So this is a small example of how we can able to use the IR remote control. So next we will see how to control some more motors by using the IR remote control. Just I have connected a motor on pin number 13 and the ground to ground. Here I have not used that driver. Because of the simulation it will work, but in real time we need to connect a H-bridge driver for operating the DC motor. So I just start the simulation. Instead of 13 pin number we have already given the program, just I have connected the DC motor on the pin number 13 and I'm going to start the simulation. Okay, because of I not pressed any button, so it is not rotating, and now I am going to press the 0 button. Yes, I pressed it and it is rotating. So the RPM is 5435, which is low because of the driver is not connected here. If you have connected the driver circuit, then it will rotate in high RPM. So because of 0 the motor is running. If I'm pressing any other button other than 0, and it is stopped. So because we have written the program only telling about the information of 0 pin, that is the hexadecimal value of the 0, we have given the code. So if we are giving any other pin, the hexadecimal will be differ, so definitely else statement will be enabled, then the motor will stop. So this is a small demonstration of using the IR sensor. Now I have connected 4 LEDs from pin number 4, 5, 6, 7. All these 4 LEDs has been connected and the input is same, 10 is the input from the sensor, and ground has been connected to all the LEDs. So my aim is, if I press number 1, only one LED, that is the 4th pin LED should on. If I press 2, 2 LEDs should glow, and for 3, 3 and 3 LEDs, and for 4, 4 LEDs. If I press any other number, all the 4 should off. So this is the simple aim by using controlling this LEDs with this remote. Okay, so for that the code is very simple. We need to play with the digital input and output only. So the first thing is I need to know what are all the values of pin number 1, 2, 3, 4. I have noted down that values and I have written the code here. So for 1 it is FD087 F7. So respectively for 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and others means else. So else is used here. Here else if is there. So first condition is if. So if the value is 1 of hexadecimal value, then only one pin, 4th pin should be high, and other 5, 6, 7 should be in the low. So this is the first condition, and then I am using else if. Again if condition, but it is else. Again I am checking whether the value is for 2. Again if it is 2, then two of the LED should glow. So pin number 4 and 5 should have value high, and 6 and 7 should be low. Again if I am checking for else if again, then 3. For 3, if it is 3 value, then 3 LED will be on and 1 LED will be low. And for 4, all the 4 LED will be on. And else, here it is not if condition, else. If it is not the value in among this 4 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, then if I press any buttons, then it should low for all the 4. So this is a very simple code. Remaining all the codes are same. And just check the simulation part here. I'm starting the simulation and I'm trying to press 1. So only one LED is on here, you can see only one LED, and for 2 is 2. If I press button 3, it is 3, and for button 4, all the 4 LEDs are glowing. Suppose if I press any other button, then all the 4 LED is off. And suppose directly if you are pressing 3, then initially the 3 buttons. So because of the value and the programming logic, accordingly the output is sending. So like this, instead of LED, if you are connecting any other home appliances through a relay, then easily we can able to control all the home appliances which is operating from higher voltage like 230 or 240 50 hertz. So all this 230 volt AC supply is the normally Indian grid system is having. So you want to control those appliances which is feeding from the grid, then we can able to use the relay controller. Just connect the relay through this Arduino digital output pin, and through the relay, if you are connecting the 230 volt, then we can easily control the appliances. So each and every appliances, with the help of this remote control, easily we can operate. So this is a small demonstration how to use the IR sensor for any automations, or if you want to make more comfortable of using your home appliances, this will be very useful. And suppose if you want to control some industrial appliances also, it is possible. Just connect the relay and we can easily control those appliances with this remote control. I hope this video is helpful to you to do some remote control operations, and in next video we'll see you with new concept. Bye.